Good evening. Welcome to the April 22nd meeting, the Weare Board of Selectmen. We started at 6 o'clock, and we met with a resident regarding some issues, and that brings us to the Pledge of Allegiance.
And it's 6:30, right on
6:30
time.
time check for fire department. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sit down, right? There we go. Public comment. That's you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Donna. I'm a Weare resident, and I have something I'd like to share with you, because I don't know any of you personally to like run into you around town to talk to you, so I thought this was the way to say something.
Yep.
I hope that's okay. Okay. I have a suggestion to eliminate a weekly expense in town, okay? Each week, the Weare Highway Department puts patch material on potholes on River Road near the New Boston town line. The patches are not permanent, they are temporary. The Weare Highway Department must return each week. Weare residents must avoid the potholes or have their car alignment corrected. Driving around the potholes is dangerous because the road is used by many drivers. It's not a really wide road. River Road. Okay. The potholes have been a problem for many years. The town of Weare has spent hundreds of dollars in past years to patch the potholes, and more potholes continue appearing, meaning the town spends more money each year and the problem has not been resolved. The only person benefiting from this situation is a person selling patch material to the town of Weare. Therefore, I suggest the Highway Department repair the New Boston end of River Road. Paving the other end of River Road will make that end new, but it will not resolve a current problem and the costs associated with that problem. The cost of paving material and the cost of man-hours. You figure each week they send a truck out that has 2 men on it, and it's got, I don't know how much it costs for patching material, but that's on every single week. And within 1 day or two, guaranteed there's always more potholes, for whatever reason. The other end of River Road is not an expense. The New Boston end of River Road is an ongoing expense. Also, I was told someone thinks the best way to pave a road is to start at one end and move from that end to the other end. This would be a good plan if the entire road was in the same state. That is not the case with River Road. Last year, paving was done on the portion of the road in better repair than the New Boston end of the road. Whatever the reason for that, please look at River Road, calculate how much Weare has spent, and will continue to spend until the New Boston end is repaired. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Neil Kirk, Mount Dearborn Road. I wonder if you folks could update the town on the status of the police chief search. Rumor has it that you've given a multi-year contract to the New York captain who applied for the position.
We're laughing because
Please inform us, because that's news to us.
Really, there's
I-
we never interviewed anybody from New York.
anybody from New York.
So, yeah, so we'd
Okay.
like to know.
Let's put it out of state candidate rather than the in-state candidate.
Still a false statement.
I'm sorry?
Still a false statement.
Okay. Can you update folks as to what the situation is?
How far can we go?
I mean, I told one of the officers we've made a conditional offer,
There we go.
but we don't know if it's good or bad because you don't know until he's met the conditions.
Right. So there's now we do the background check.
Everything
and the
starts.
the furtherance of the process. You know, we as a board have selected an individual, made the conditional offer, but now it's gone a step further now.
Can you share with us the ranking of the various individuals?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But the person that we have kind of selected met a lot of the criteria that people got up and spoke to.
Mhm.
I can say that.
I can say that with confidence.
Thank you.
Yep. Anybody else for public comment? Okay. Department head committee items, I don't see anybody here.
Nope.
Does anybody paperwork? No paperwork from any of them?
Oh, no.
Okay, good. Jason?
I didn't know I was on the agenda tonight until.
Yep, I just
Ta-da.
said to Sherry, did I tell him?
Surprise!
Yeah,
Sorry.
just by chance, Sherry said she hadn't gotten the agenda yet, so I checked online and I said, oh, boy,
I'm on
I'm
there.
on the agenda.
Handy, isn't it?
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know, you saw the quote from Pasek from last week.
Yep.
So I had suggested a particular modulator, but they said that they couldn't get that through their normal vendor network, and so that if we wanted to get it, that was, fine, but they weren't gonna warranty it
Right.
or support it, I think.
Which is the concern that I had when we got it, the quote was, I know that you had suggested one, they were saying another one, but I'm thinking maybe they weren't a vendor and or couldn't supply the warranty on that, and I'd hate to have,
Yeah.
I'd hate to have anything happen with it and then becomes this. It's a
Yeah.
finger pointing game, so.
Yeah, so I looked at their quote, and, I mean, they had a modulator on there, but they had another piece of equipment on there too, and I wasn't sure what that was, so I went and looked to see what it was. And it's a distribution module that has 8 coaxial outputs, but it also has other functions. It can switch between the modulators and like a cable television feed, which isn't necessary because those 8 monitors are used strictly for viewing the cameras.
Only.
Yeah, so that device isn't needed. So I said, have them re-quote without that. And it also complicates installation too, because
Sure.
there already is an existing distribution system in the building, whether it's just a simple splitter or whatever. They already have something in the building that's distributing a common coaxial feed out to all the monitors. So I don't know if you've gotten another quote from them yet?
On Thursday afternoon, it said the current, it's from you. So I haven't got anything new from you.
Not from him, from
Oh,
Pacer.
from me?
No, no, I'm sorry, not from you. Since you and I swapped emails, apologies.
Okay.
So they sent something, because Jason had suggested that I ask for him to quote that, which said they can't. But it said the channel vision modulator is only 404, serves the same purpose as the PVI V Coax Ultra 1, except for the fact that it's not rack mountable. I believe the existing unit is not rack mountable, and you say it is, right?
It is rack mounted.
Okay. We could install the new one as the existing is, or we could add a rack shelf for it to sit on in the rack. Another option is a 2-input channel vision model that's rack mountable and would cost you $1,051.19.
No, it's, you only need one channel, because as far as I
Because
know, you're only concerned about feeding.
Because I can't find the PVI product through the normal distribution channel. Jason just said that. They do not want to provide a product. They cover under warranty, but it's not bought through their normal channels. If we'd like to purchase the Ultra One and have Pasek installed, they could do it, but it's still not covered, which Jason just talked to you about. And then they said they could take the Channel Vision P0328 off the proposal and use the existing cable distribution unit as described, if that's what you wish.
And that's kind of what you talked about, right?
Yeah,
Rack.
I think that other piece, that P0328 unit is not needed. And I'm hoping that it will reduce their labor charge, their installation charge. Because they're looking for $630 to do this modulator installation on this original quote.
And how many hours is that?
Doesn't say.
No, I mean,
It's just
I
an
think
amount.
if I was doing it, I think it's like about an hour's worth of time to swap the modulator out, and they have to retune the 8 televisions to the new HD channel.
So it's an hour's worth of labor,
That's what I would say.
but they're requesting $600.
Yeah,
That
but
was
they
the
were
old
also including this other piece, which complicates installation.
I could have sworn I saw something different, but.
Yeah, because their bid was, what, 1,300 and change?
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
what was sitting, but take that
You
other
take it
unneeded
off,
one.
it's 1,100 and something.
Right.
Yeah, but I would hope that the installation charge
Right,
would
an
come
hour,
down
hour
as
and a half
well.
come down,
And
yeah.
they have to add a rack mount shelf, but that shouldn't be very much money.
Sorry, I just was looking for if I had missed an email. Guess my email's filled up.
Oops.
I can't go back beyond Monday.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have an answer.
Right.
I hate
Right.
to waste everybody's time, but,
Right,
I
so,
mean-
I don't know, if we want to have them call back and just say, we don't need that, because it's just going to be, like you said, it's just going to be one channel,
Yeah, I don't see
and it's
the
never going to be
need
changed
for it.
again.
so what you need is a quote for the rack.
The HDMI RF modulator, the
Mm-hmm.
Channel Vision HDM 100.
Yeah,
And
Not
then
the digital
they'll need
combiner.
they'll need a rack mount shelf to put it on.
Do we
And
need,
they've got miscellaneous material, $100. I'm not exactly sure what that's for, but, and then I'm hoping that the installation charge comes down. So I would hope that the whole thing's gonna be under $1,000 for the modulator and the installation.
I mean, so
Yeah.
I need a,
so if we just reach back out to them and say, again,
Yeah, I would hope that they can get that sorted out and so we can get this thing done.
yeah, that'd be nice.
well, they want to get it done too, because they want to get paid, so.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
blame them. Yeah. The rest of the work.
So I guess, let me ask you this, so I'll get an answer from them.
Yep.
Can I just bounce it off you, and then you can just say, okay, I hate to waste your time again?
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'm assuming they'll throw back a new quote that'll have just the modulator, rack mount shelf, and miscellaneous material possibly, and an installation charge. And hope that it's under $1,000.
Right. Right, I think that's probably where I'll land. I really hope it's under that.
Yeah.
That would be excellent. Considering we've gone from
Yeah,
14,000
yeah,
to
unfortunately,
under 1,000.
the original RFP didn't specifically address distribution out to those 8 monitors.
Right, right.
And then I think the whole thing snagged in December when it came up, and I think that there was questions about having individual
Right.
views at the monitors and not a common view, and
Right.
yeah,
I think there was a lot of confusion back and forth
yeah.
in the whole show. So, okay.
All right,
And then I'll just bounce it off you, and then he could send it back, and I'll send it to you guys, and we
Yep.
can take care of it.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, sorry,
Okay.
Jason.
Yep, thank you, sir.
Jason,
All right.
for your time.
Yes. All right, we got a few minutes.
Got 3 minutes, I think. 2 minutes
That
now.
clock's behind then. I don't like this.
Yeah. Probably needs a
That-
battery.
That one shows,
Mine
I
was-
got like 4 or 5, and I'm like, oh yeah, we can do a couple other things. No, can't do that.
You could probably get started.
Yeah. We'll just, close enough.
Yep.
Weare Board of Selectmen will be holding a public hearing April 22nd. That's us, that's right now. So, to hear public testimony and comment regarding 2 requests for discretionary preservation easements. One for 15 Daring Center Road, and the second one for 152 Mount Dearborn Road. We will start at 6:43. John. You're the first one listed, so welcome to the podium.
So you got, hi, John. I called you, I'm Naomi.
Okay.
So, John's application came before you several months ago.
Yes.
Almost a
About
year
a
ago.
year ago. and
About a
I
year
have
ago.
given up anyway.
And then
so-
there was some information, yeah, he almost gave up on us. So then, you guys had some questions at the time, and then I think we lost track of him, but
Oh,
anyway.
I think we did too.
So, the preservation of the barn, you understand how all that works in the
Well,
RSA?
That's what I like to hear, and what are the do's and don'ts, and how we proceed with the whole thing. I'm not too familiar with it. I did apply for it last year, but
Okay, so when you applied for it, did you understand what the RSA, were you given any information?
yeah, I do have some
Okay.
limited information, yes.
Because there's supposed to be some specifications, and I think there's supposed to be some public interest that's supposed to be, qualifying structures talks about. Is that what you guys are talking about?
Yep, I'm looking down right now.
Yep. So there's some qualifying structures.
Poultry barn, a coop.
Yeah, it says that a discretionary preservation easement shall be considered to provide a demonstrated public benefit if it provides at least one of the following benefits. A, there's a scenic enjoyment of the structure by the general public from a public way or from public waters. B, the structure is historically important on a local, regional, state, or national level, either independently or within a historic district. And C, the structure's physical or aesthetic features contribute to the historic or cultural integrity of a property listed on or determined eligible for listing on the National Registry of Historic Places, State Registry of Historic Places, or locally designated historic district. So if you, I guess, show us and present us that one of those
His map.
could be demonstrated, then it's up to the board to determine the percentage of the preservation easement. Now, this isn't the first one, we've done 3 others. We've done the Brown Farm on 249 East Road. We've done the Doust one on Poor Farm Road,
No,
Perry Doust.
no, not on Poor Farm. He lives on Poor Farm, but it was a woods
No, it's the
farm
one
on
that's on-
149.
On
Right,
Deering
on
Center Road.
Deering
Center Road.
Well, I was trying to do it off memory, you can tell me what's happening.
He doesn't state that on the paperwork, but I know because I
It does right here.
actually helped him with that
It
application.
does right here.
196 Deering Center Road, and then there's another one on 65 Bartclough Road.
Yep.
So those have been through the board previously in 13, I think one was in 13, one was in 14, 2 are in 14 and 1 in 13. So, the board then decides if you've met any of the, one of those things that they'd have to decide the percentage. So, if you can answer, I guess, as far as, one of the benefits, but I'll let you take it from there.
Okay, well, from what I can see, I mean, it's the only one that's up, chicken coop in the area, all the ones on 114 are gone. It does have some benefit. I mean, it's on Route 149. You can see it, it's still standing and it can still be saved. It needs a lot of work. I'm willing to do the work, but I like to know what the restrictions are. Does anybody assess the structure, what you require, what is required, and I like to know all that information before I commit myself. But it does have some value. It's definitely still solid, and I can salvage it. I do have an apartment there that the place used to be a chicken coop. Then it was they were making cards there or something.
Kiss Me Card Company.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
back in the 70s.
before I purchased the place, they had put an apartment in there. I like to save the apartment, and so I like to know what the restrictions are and what I can do and what I cannot do before I commit myself and before you people commit yourselves. But it does have some value. It's the only structure that I can see in the area that's still up. All the ones on 114 are gone. They're disintegrated.
Do you know how old it is?
I have no idea.
Do you have any idea?
I'm guessing it's probably in the 30s because, maybe early 40s, because by the time in the 50s, the chicken business had
Yeah.
gone south and people were unloading chickens in the late 50s, early 60s. They were getting rid of them all because there was no money in it anymore.
Yeah, well, I have no idea. I mean, I've been working on the house itself, and I've done a lot of work on that, and and I don't live in the area. I live in Manchester right now. I plan on moving in a few months, so that's all I can provide.
Okay.
But it does have some value, historical value.
Yeah.
Have you done any work on that building whatsoever since you've owned it?
Very little. The apartment needs a lot of work. I have to redo that.
But I
But-
mean to the main structure, the chicken coop or chicken house, whatever. Have you done any work to that portion
I've
of it?
done limited work, and the roof needs to be done. It's wavy, and it has to. It does need a lot of work, but I've done some work, but not limited.
Now, you said there's an apartment in that building?
Yes, the apartment
Because
was there.
somewhere in here that I read this, that you cannot change,
Right.
you can't ask us for a deferment on an apartment within the building.
It was there when I purchased it, so that's why I said I'm not too familiar with the whole thing.
And I, for the life of me, I can't seem to find it right the moment.
But if somebody goes around and they assess the building and they tell me what can be done, what cannot be done, you have to decide, but I also have to decide whether I want to go along with it.
Right.
Yeah, it's on page 2 at the back. It says the issue of a change of use may arise. The purpose of the statute is to encourage an owner to maintain and preserve the structure. The cost of converting a barn to another use is not repair and maintenance.
The cost of conversion for use of a dwelling, restaurant, theater, or other non-agricultural use.
So it can't be.
A structure that is converted to a non-agricultural use may be eligible if the adaptation retains the historic integrity of the building, but only for the level of maintenance and repair, not for the value added by the conversion. So basically, that to me just says that, that last line just means that because it was converted, if the outside still looks like a chicken coop, it's still a chicken coop. As long as you're not trying to get, more evaluation out of it, because now it's a dwelling type thing.
So we don't know how old that building is?
No.
Because it has
Is it
to be 75
At
years.
least 75 years or
Yeah,
older.
that's why I
Yeah.
asked that question.
I mean, would it show on the tax stuff?
I have the card up right now. That's what I was been looking for.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't show what year the barn was built.
And you've got to present a plan to us of how you're gonna refurbish it over the next 10 years. We can't just, you're saying, well, you're gonna put work into it and whatnot, but we can't grant a discretionary easement on it until you present a formal plan of what you're gonna do.
Well, like I said before, it's a two-way street. I mean, I need somebody to tell me what I can do and what I cannot do.
Well, I think it's all, do
I
you have all
definitely
this
won't-
paperwork?
Pardon me?
Do you have the same paperwork that we have?
No, I don't have that. And let me ask you another question. What happens if I sell the building after I've done all the work and I decide, does the person who purchases the building still eligible for
The
the
easement goes with the building.
For 10 years.
For 10 years.
10 years? So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, now I think that there's been some light put on this, I'll say, with the application needed. I think we're gonna have to have an application on file before we can make it an official decision.
I have his app.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Is
He
there
filled it
pictures,
out.
is there pictures of it in there too?
There's just a tax card and the property location.
Okay, but there's no pictures of the,
No.
The building?
all right, so you have a complete application,
Can't see anything there.
Well, that's just a copy of the tax card.
right, but you have
Oh.
the completed,
I have it right here,
okay. I didn't know we had that.
signed by him.
I did not know we had
Yeah.
that. Okay.
But he's saying he wants to find out a little bit more, or else he's gonna pull it, right? You
Right.
want a little bit more information, or else
Right.
you're gonna take back your application.
Well, maybe we should give him a copy of all of this, so.
I think we
he has
just give him,
something to
I think
go
we just
by.
make a copy of this packet and give it to
Package
him.
and give him a copy of this, so he has
So that he
something to go
knows.
by.
Right,
What's expected of him.
yeah,
And plus that it has to be at least 75 years old.
yeah. But it's gonna be hard to
I
get
have
a,
no idea.
it's gonna be hard to nail down a date on it.
Well, you can go back in the registry of deeds, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Yeah, it won't tell you how old that house is, I don't think.
No.
the house is much older than that.
Yeah, I know, but
The chicken
The
coop, you
chicken
mean?
coop, I'm guessing it's probably 40s, but
Yep.
possibly very early 50s. They surely wouldn't have been doing anything later than that because it was the decline of the
I
poultry
really don't know.
in New Hampshire, so.
Better make it 79.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I think we just give him this and,
Let him go
Okay,
through
but
that, so he has
it's-
some idea.
see,
what
we're already violated, so.
why?
Says the governing body shall have no more than 60 days to act upon the application, and we've had it since last year.
So he needs to do a new application and redate it.
Right, so he's not gonna get this year,
Right.
because it's after April 15th.
So he needs a new application and he needs this whole package so he knows
Yeah,
what he's gonna do.
absolutely.
I'm thinking the best thing you could do is take all this package and see if you really want to, because you're bound to do some upgrade and keep it looking that way, I believe. Because it says if during the term of the preservation, the owner shall fail to maintain the structure in conformity with the agreement, or cause the structure to significantly deteriorate, the preservation easement shall be terminated and a penalty assessed. So I think you gotta,
Tommy?
and a penalty can be assessed. So, and then, the percentage is only 25, 50, or 75. It's not of the property, it's of that building.
Of that
Just
building.
the building and
Just the
10
building
10
So
itself.
if you were to look at the building
10 feet around it.
assessment, I mean, the building assessment for your barn,
The 36 by 24 or the 48 by 24?
yeah, I don't know. There's two barns. There's a 48 by 24 and a 36 by 24.
That's what it says.
Well, but the one that's attached to the house was converted. It was,
Yeah, they say they're both attached.
It's all
It just
yeah,
isn't
they are
attached.
attached by a little corridor, yes, yeah.
I mean, this here I found online because we didn't have it.
Yeah.
So I
Right.
found this online.
Yeah, I'd make a copy of this whole package that you've got there and
With your application.
give it
Give
to
him
him so
another
he'll- he
application.
can
Does he
read.
have any
You
photos
can
with
read it
his
through
app?
so you know the state law and whatnot, what you
Right.
can and can't do.
Right.
Naomi, are there any photos with the application?
No, I
Because
I
there
asked that.
should be, okay.
Yeah.
So does one of you guys want to give up your copy and I'll make a
Yep.
copy?
There you go. All right,
Anything else?
and we'll be in
No.
contact. You get, do you have
he
a
have-
phone number for him?
I do.
Okay,
Yeah, I do.
all right.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
Just, yep, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, John. Thank you.
You're up.
So warm in here.
Yeah, it gets that way. Okay.
All right.
I-
I'm Michelle Morley.
Yeah.
Peter
Or
Morley.
Peter Morley.
Pleasure.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's go.
Peter and James.
You people here for a renewal.
Well, yeah, technically it's a new one because when we didn't know it was up for renewal, and once I got the package, it was actually on April 15th, and he was out of state, so I couldn't.
Okay.
So we had to wait. But basically, yeah, it was under, Alicia Walker had done it for 10
Oh, okay,
years.
all right.
So it's
Now we
that
know whose
barn.
house it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we did, lift the barn and had to put a new foundation on
Sure.
because she had shored it up with temporary measures
Yeah.
because
You
the
guys put
whole,
permanent ones under it.
yeah, the whole foundation was
Crumbling over.
curving and crumbling in, and the barn, so the barn's now straight and secure,
Okay.
and it's
I
still,
drove by it today. It looks very nice.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it is used for agriculture. We do our brood our chicks in there. We've used it as,
Lambing.
for lambing, for kidding,
Yeah.
store
Horses.
hay. Yeah, we actually had horses in there for a couple of days this winter. That was not fun. We won't do that again.
Beautiful barn, though.
But
Absolutely.
it's strong enough to hold them, so that's the good news.
There you go. Yeah, and that's got a good foundation under to do so.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you found a date in the barn when that was actually built?
We were told it was 1914.
Well, the original one had burned down. That
I
had been
know.
there since the late
Yeah.
1700s, and it was rebuilt in 1914.
14?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool because like a lot of the beams under the structure still have the hash, Roman numeral
Chart.
hashtag
Oh, okay.
to
Yep.
match them.
For who to go where, yep.
Yeah, it's so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All 8x8 hemlock beams.
Yeah, and we also put, the 8x8,
And
we
then-
put in because the posts, because it was only on 6x6
In the basement.
before, so we put it.
Mrs. Walker did what she could do. you know.
Right.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Exactly, what she had.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Absolutely.
still standing when we got there, so
Yeah.
thankfully.
And, there was two ways we could have gone the way we did, or put it in a dumpster.
Yeah.
And,
Well, we're glad you didn't do that step.
Yeah.
we had to.
Yeah.
My
Would've been
bank
cheaper.
account's not-
Oh, I'm sure, at the end of the day, I'm sure, yeah.
But,
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
a beautiful structure.
Yeah.
Done a nice job.
We're getting there, though.
Yeah.
Now
Nice
we're
job.
working our way to the outside.
Yeah.
Same thing with the house.
Well, remember these faces, you might get a knock on the door to come see it sometime.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I've stopped. I've met both of you.
That's right, because you had the draft horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
right.
I was like, you look so familiar. And I remember that. That's right.
Bergeron. Was it Bergeron?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so
that's
you were
right,
taking
yeah.
pictures when it was up in the air.
Yeah, I wanted a few
That's
pictures of
right,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've met you. I just haven't stopped. I've wanted to stop and take a look at the barn, but I haven't had
Oh,
a
yeah.
chance, but someday I'll stop.
Yeah, it's.
Well, we had it up in the air twice.
We
Right,
did.
I saw
We
that.
didn't do it right the first time, so.
Yeah, the first guy put it
Yeah.
down on like stacks
Yeah,
of wood.
yeah.
And, anyways, he
Been a
said somebody.
tremendous learning
He said some.
experience.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
good
yeah.
one.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said that a carpenter could, finish it after the fact, and
No.
we did it the right way and lifted it
Lifted
again.
back
Get
up.
back
Yeah,
up
and
and got the
it's
post
a-
under it.
Yeah,
Right, and then cinder
And new
blocks on
sills
top.
and
Yeah, sill,
everything.
and then sill plates.
sill
and-
plates. That's
Yep.
And then took care of a lot, any rotted beam and floors.
Yep.
Yeah, it came out beautiful.
Yeah,
Really
Absolutely.
good.
Very
But
nice.
it's a functional barn.
That's even better. That's what I like to hear.
nice job.
Thanks.
Do you have the application filled out?
I do.
Okay.
They filled it out. There's actually, I was looking at it.
It's okay. Yeah, a lot of the information I took from Alicia's original. So, plagiarized a
Looks
little,
like,
sorry.
there's part of the deed for us to sign too, is that? Oh, accepted, okay.
Yeah.
If you move to granite, there's actually two pieces that came from the assessors. There's this here, and then there's this, it has to be signed in black.
Okay.
But you need to
They're out.
determine,
The percentage.
the percentage.
Yeah. Originally, Wendy told us to leave that blank.
I don't have what you had.
Of course, we vote for 75%, but.
Yeah, I don't know if you have all the history, if Alicia had it all. I don't have it all with me, but I have that. The original house was built in 1760 by Atwood. And then Corliss owned it in 1796. And then Abraham Green of Kingston, 1800, Joshua Dearborn, 1825, Sarah Dearborn, 1840, Joshua Dearborn, 1855, and he is the listed owner in 1888 also, and then Alicia Walker. And I didn't do them all, I just took some of them down. I don't know if you have all of this or not.
Alicia,
wrote a- she wrote a
actually,
wonderful
yeah,
history
she
of it.
left us like
Nice.
sheets
Good.
of paper.
Yeah.
She had
But
other
it-
names
but
for
they,
some of the people, though.
Well,
Yeah.
Sarah,
I didn't
Sarah
I just did it
Dearborn was
quickly.
actually Green's daughter. So
Right.
she lived there
Her
from
whole life.
when she was 2 until
Yeah.
the day she died.
Right, I knew that.
Alicia's
Amazing.
request was to leave her picture in the home.
Yeah, she left a bunch of books and everything that has to go with the house, so we have it in the,
Mrs. Dearborn's
in the
picture.
cupboard, yeah.
Yeah,
Handsome woman.
But yeah, Alicia was unbelievable with what she left
Yeah.
behind, which is
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
nice, and
Wish I
pictures
knew
and
her.
everything,
yeah, nice person.
yeah.
Here, I'll get this.
Okay.
You have a blank?
I've got blue pen.
Mural's still up.
We haven't decided whether.
Yeah, the mural she
No, I
painted on the
know.
stairs.
Yeah,
Nice.
But I might have
Yeah.
passed it to you.
You guys got
in
beautiful
case
view
we
up
do,
there.
and we'll all sign
Oh, it's
it right
amazing.
back.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, looks like it's according to the criteria. So, do we
Okay.
make a motion?
I think we have to come out of the public hearing first, and then we
Well, you
move.
have to also, if there's input.
Right.
It's a
Oh,
public
any
hearing.
It is
input?
public hearing, right?
So,
Any public input on this? Oh, Neil would like to speak.
Neil Kirk, Mount Dearborn Road. I live relatively close to this property. I support this application. If there's a classic example of the kind of building that was designed to be protected and helped by this statute, the Walker or the Morley barn is that example. In our town master plan, talks on page 16 about a rural but vibrant community with open space, natural beauty, country atmosphere, and small town character. This barn will enhance that. The statute is designed to encourage barn owners to maintain and repair their buildings by giving them assurance that the assessments will not be increased as a result of the work they've done. What I don't know, and what I hope you folks will determine, is whether the abatement is of the entire value of the barn, or just the increase in value of the barn as a result of what the Marleys have done. But in any event, I think the maximum abatement would be appropriate. If it's the latter, it's just on the increase in value, then there's no direct negative impact to town taxpayers. It's just that an increase that otherwise would go into effect doesn't happen,
Right.
which is a very different situation, and one that's
Absolutely.
much more acceptable to people. This barn clearly meets the criteria for eligibility in terms of age. It provides scenic enjoyment to the general public from a public road, Mount Dearborn Road. I don't know that it's historically important, but it certainly contributes to the historic or cultural integrity of the property and of the historic district of which the property is a part. And as I say, it meets the other criteria in the sense that it's in a locally designated historic district. So, from my point of view, this is an easy one for you folks, and I hope you'll grant it. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil.
Oh, and I think it is the case that, and it was said before, that this already has an historic easement, not easement,
Yeah, easement.
Yeah,
yeah, because Alicia had it.
Alicia had it.
Yeah.
right.
this is a renewal,
It's a renewal, basically, yeah. Mhm.
and it's a 25 to 75% reduction of the structure's full assessed value.
Full assessed
Full
value,
assessed value.
not just the improvements, full assessed
And I believe
value.
it's 10, and it includes a 10-foot buffer all the way.
So you
Radius.
can walk around it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or work on the barn, whatever.
Waiting for your barns to get older, Neil?
Well, the frame's older.
Yeah.
At that location.
So. All right, any other public testimony? All right, we'll close the public hearing, unless you want to say something more. Okay, all right, we'll close it at 7:08. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Oh, no, thank
Now you
you.
gotta make a motion if you're
Yep.
gonna.
You entertain a motion?
I'll make a motion that we put the Morley barn and give them the preservation easement,
Of what percentage?
75.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? You got it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll have it signed, and then I'll give it back to Wendy, and then you can go from there. Okay? Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for preserving the barn.
Good night, yes, thank you. Do we have to sign the easement too? We do, right?
You have to sign the form for the state,
Yep, there's two
and then
signatures.
there's a back
Right
page
there.
to
Right
the
there.
easement.
Can I get a copy of that too? I think I have a copy of the other ones, but I keep them in a file because of the historic stuff.
Get it on the way back.
Bailey, probably want to add Alicia's Walker head.
Yeah, this was, yeah, I don't know, I think there's some others.
Yeah, there may be, but those are the
So I
only
should
ones
take
I'm
this
aware of,
tonight,
'cause I
right?
was involved
This is
in
the-
most of them, I guess.
April.
Okay. All right,
Who do I owe the copy to?
John.
John, and then
Put 'em in
I'd like
mailbox.
a copy of the signed copy that we're doing.
All right, meeting minutes of the 1st. We just got the, yeah, I guess we can actually do the
could do
1st,
1
8th,
and
and
8.
the 15th. Oh, yeah, because we just got
1
the
and 8
15th
last
today.
Yeah, you got the 15 and the 19,
Yeah,
but 1 and 8 you guys had last week.
Right,
right.
you're welcome.
Sherry? I just gotta find it. There it is. And Sesame, la-da-dee. 318, 319, 325, 41. Page 1. Anything on 1?
Yes.
Okay.
The paragraph that starts at 6:30. In the middle, just add a D to AN.
Andy. That all on page 1? 2?
Second paragraph, second line down, add an R to start tomorrow at the end of the sentence.
So the sentence starts Lansford's for 10,
Yep,
and it says is able to start, S-T-A-R-T.
yep.
Anything else on 2?
Yes, okay. Under the DPW skid steer bid, third line down, DPW employees were able to demo the equipment from all of the bidders instead of the way it reads now. They didn't demo the bids. Well, we're able to demo all of the bids.
Demo?
So demo the equipment from all of the bidders, right?
I would, how about this? How about this?
Skid steers?
How about this? DPW employees were able to demo all of the bidded equipment.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds fine. Next, 2 lines down from that, add a 0 to the 70.
I wish it was $70. That'd be nice. I'd be buying one right now.
I know.
Right.
And then down where the bold lettering is, two lines down from that, instead of 20,000 from DPW, it should be the transfer station equipment fund.
Yep.
CRF, whatever,
Yeah.
yeah. And same thing where the DPW was referred to down in the last line of that sentence.
Yeah. Transfer station, is it the equipment fund?
It's Transfer Station Equipment Fund. Capital Reserve Fund, I should say.
Okay.
Okay. Then under the gazebo, the sentence starting at 25-year shingles, over to the end. I think that's add zinc strips,
Yeah, zinc.
Zinc strips, yep.
Yeah.
but add.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Also add, yeah.
That's close.
You guys knew what I meant.
And that's it for that page.
Page 3.
Paragraph DPW Director Knapp. Second sentence over to the end. Safely removed. Bit of safety.
Okay. Anything else on 3?
Yeah, I was a little confused as to where it says Selectman Snyder inquired regarding custodian position. I think that it was in relative to the discussion as to the code enforcement officer and the, oh, you want to know where it is, don't you?
Yeah. It's like 4th line down.
On fourth, the 5th line down.
Starts Selectman Snyder inquired.
Yeah, and then it goes on to say, Town Administrator Bolton confirmed not, as Joint Loss Committee reviews the physical structures periodically. I don't know.
Oh, I think we were talking about combining positions, meaning having a building inspector, somebody that could look at the buildings too, not just a custodian.
Right.
So that's why I
But I don't know, it's
said
the Joint Loss Committee, I don't know how often they
Joint
actually
Loss
do
is
it.
supposed to review the structures
No.
once a year, I think.
Yeah,
So that's why I said they visit the structures periodically.
right.
And who's on
okay.
the joint loss committee?
Dana from the library, Sharon, Chip,
Matt.
Benji,
Okay.
um,
I was just curious.
Brian,
Bob.
and Bob usually comes, or Amanda. There's a representative, I think, I don't know if Matt comes.
Yes, he does,
Okay. So there's like one from each department.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be. And I'm not sure who the PD rep was. It's supposed to be either Ryan or Brandon
Okay.
on a rotating basis,
Yeah.
but.
Okay. All right, so we clean that up? Okay. Anything on 4?
So is it okay the way it sits?
Or do you want to clean it up? How about instead of custodian position, how about inquired regarding custodial duties? Because I think that was
Yeah,
part of
okay.
part of it to roll into
Yeah,
the whole entire
yeah,
position.
that's true, yep.
All right, then how could I confirm not?
From, oh, yep.
How can I confirm not?
That's not part of it.
Well, custodial duties would be evaluating the buildings. And you said that.
Yeah, but she's saying no.
As of right now, custodial does not do
Not-
that,
Right.
Does not do
Okay.
that.
but joint loss does it.
Right,
Right, all right, I think we got that cleaned up. Page 4?
I think, okay, down under the engagement notice. An interest rate needs to be chosen by May 20th. Well, I know that, is that from the bank that you're gonna get a confirmed one? 'Cause-
No, from the bond bank?
Well, they don't have one till they do the sale.
Yeah, I know, but they can give you an idea by
Yeah,
May
and
20th.
it's an estimated one.
But
Right.
you'll also check with TD Bank, right?
Yeah,
Naomi, because that was the one we used last time?
right, well, we have till the 20th to leave our application there, or we can back
Exactly, that's
out.
all I was saying. New Hampshire, either bank loan or New Hampshire Municipal Bond Bank needs to be chosen by May 20th, and you will confirm it on the 19th. Is that okay? I mean, and then go on with that sample interest rate yeah. Oh, wait a second, we'll confirm estimated rates on May 19th.
Yeah, because I have to call them before the 20th.
Right.
that's fine.
Okay.
All right, and then to just clarify that we're not talking about the same thing, the next sentence, it says, Town Administrator Bolton commented regarding the bond for the DPW project, it's the highway garage project.
I wouldn't say highway, I'd say DPW building,
Building,
yeah.
okay.
rather than
Building project.
Yeah,
okay.
I just say building.
Okay, that's fine. And then, down under the bell tower, 1, 2, 3, 4, it wasn't copper shingles I was talking about, the fourth line down, it was actually copper. Real copper.
Standing seam.
I would say copper roofing,
Copper
Yeah,
roofing.
roofing rather than shingles.
Yeah.
All right, everybody else set on page 4?
No,
Oh.
bell tower,
I didn't
Third.
understand that.
center line up from the bottom,
Yeah,
potentially expending, not
Expending.
expanding.
thank you.
And shouldn't that be Mildred Hall Trust Fund, not the Charles and Ethel
I
Eastman?
believe that is the Mildred Hall Fund,
Yeah,
yeah. They all kind of flow together, but
Yeah,
I
they
believe
do,
that one's
but
actually
they-
Mildred.
They're two separate ones.
Yeah, because she left money for the town hall
Essentially for the town
and
hall.
Clinton Grove.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't know what that was supposed to be.
Anything else on 4?
No.
5?
Sentence starting with Burdick, the third paragraph down. She claims she didn't say pretty.
I didn't say pretty. I said,
Can we get a map?
that shows the town forest and the and the conservation land?
See? That's one I didn't take out.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to finish.
And I think it should be 2 foot by 3 foot
Yeah,
printed.
2 foot by 3 foot. That's just an average. It wasn't, that had to be.
Right.
But we don't want 2 by 3 inches.
Those are my notes. I
Well,
didn't
you
finish
can
cleaning
get
up.
one of them, you know,
Magnifying glasses.
well, I was gonna say that, or what the hell are they
Where
called?
does it say
The,
inches?
with the big
I didn't say
screen.
anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, microfiche. There we go. You can get microfiche.
Yeah.
They're small. I'll blow it up.
I missed that.
Okay.
So is that supposed to be in there?
What's that?
Yes,
What it
it's
says?
just not supposed to be my notes. It's supposed to be like more formal.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that was just notes,
But that
yeah.
was my notes that I didn't finish.
Well, you
typing up.
asked what happens when she sends them to me. I obviously didn't pick it up.
And then the last paragraph, the last line, instead of meets, it should be meetings.
Okay.
And nothing on the last page for me.
Excellent. All right, I'll move to accept the April 1st meeting minutes as amended. All in favor?
Uh,
All right, we going to the 8th now?
yeah,
All right.
I didn't get to the 8, so.
I didn't get anything on the first page.
1? 2?
2, just one. The paragraph starting with Tim Matheson, actually down to the, where it starts with cracks.
Cracks and shingle.
Yep.
Time,
Time,
Matheson.
it should be Tim instead of time.
Time, Matheson.
Where are we on the second page?
Yeah, I thought we were on the
Tom
first page
Matheson.
too.
Halfway through the second paragraph.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cross out the E.
Anything else on 2?
Yes.
Oh,
Second paragraph, the last sentence. Selectman Osborne confirmed front pieces will be removed and fixed to prevent future leaking.
Prevent.
Why am I? Oh,
Future leaking?
yeah, no, I'm just trying to put, I'm not looking at that,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the conversation.
Right. They're gonna remove that, put that new gasket up there to prevent future leaking.
Future
That's
snow
right.
load concerns.
Is it future leaking or snow load concern?
Future leaking. Anything else on 2? 3?
the fourth line up from the bottom of the page, where it says Vice Chair Meany clarified copper instead of coffer.
Coffee, how's that sound? All right. 4?
I had nothing.
The
Yeah.
5? Oh,
Oh,
4.
Town hall,
And, yep.
2, 3, fourth line down,
Yeah.
where it says Selectman Burdick inquire regarding coating roof. That should be Brown's barn roof.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Clarify what roof we're doing.
Yep, makes sense. All right, anything else on 4? 5?
Yep,
Yeah.
second paragraph. In the bold, Selectman Osborne moved to purchase a Kubota skid steer and warranty from MB, not BM.
Yeah, I would say MB tractor.
Yeah, all right, MB tractor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I had a question on the sentence before that. Capital Reserve Fund be reserved for unanticipated or energy funding?
Emergency.
Emergency.
I'm sure her computer loves to say energy. That's what she does. So.
Sorry, I'm just full of typos.
Okay, because I didn't understand what that was at all. Okay.
What was that?
Emergency, it's
It
right
should be
before the-
emergency
just
instead
above
of
the,
energy.
bold.
Anything else on 5? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna say 6 is good to go.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, we're in the red.
Okay.
Okay. All set?
Yep.
Move to approve the April 8th minutes as amended.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You probably can do the 19th, because they're about a page.
That's just one page, I saw him, yeah.
Yeah. The 15th or 14 pages, so it'll take you a minute.
Yeah, the other one will have to wait, this one.
It was Friday's meeting.
Yeah.
The 19th?
Yep.
Move to approve as written.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Manifest, that's me. Okay. Move to order the treasurer to sign payroll and accounts payable checks dated April 25th, 2019 is included in the following manifest. Payroll manifest of $60,169.31 for weekly, monthly, and on-call payroll, payroll, there we go. Accounts payable manifest of $60,899.36. Fire department accounts payable, $22,683.02. Board of Fire were pre-approved with a couple of contracts that went through in there as well. Ongoing contracts, that is. And John Stark accounts payable manifest of $176,279. That's an odd number.
Final figure.
That's
the
fine with
final
me.
payment.
That's fine with me. Don't you threaten me with a good time. For a total of
You haven't
300.
paid me off yet.
Oh yeah, I figured as much. Total of $320,030.69. There's a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Let's see. Next month, next week. I'll do one of these. Okay, when we said we would do the gazebo, the electrical is gonna be up to the town. It was made very clear if you look at the minutes.
Yep.
And so I have a bill here for the electrical, and it's just shy of half of what I budgeted for, so I'm asking that you take it out of the capital reserve fund. It's $2,199.18 for the materials and the time.
How much was the material?
I'd have to figure out the material.
Well, how much was it, how much was the time? Was it time separate?
No, it's here altogether, but it's, materials is $1,224.18. And labor is $975, which is 4 days.
I did see his truck there.
So I'm asking if you would take the $21.99.18 out of the government building and maintenance fund. Currently it has $106,603 in it. You'd have to do that by motion. Now, there's some more bills too. There's bills as far as demolition. There's quite a hefty demolition bill that I think someone should pay, that we shouldn't eat that because we're already in the red. I didn't get that amount from Beth. And then there was, I don't know how many truckloads of stuff taken out of there. There was boulders and tractor tire and a water pump and some other things around there.
Yeah, I saw the boulders.
So, you're gonna see that request. I'm not sure how you wanna handle that. The actual gazebo, I think, is 18 something, and you approved up to 20 for the
Yep.
project.
Yeah.
So I'll have to ask Beth what that bill is,
Yeah.
because, transfer stations needs all the help it can get right now with the funds. So right now it's over.
I did tell you that the Historical Society had like $350, but they're gonna need probably a load of loam over there and probably pay for that.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'd like to see what that bill is. I mean, that's part of the gig, is the
Yeah.
old one, so. I'm sure it's not gonna be,
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
can't see it being $2,000.
Beth just asked, taking care of the old one? I can't imagine.
I can't see it be
that.
$750 maybe, but,
Yeah, I can't imagine that, but, think about it, you got less than $2,000 left, because it was 18,000 something for the.
Right.
thing.
right. So, all right. Well, we got a capital reserve request. Is there a motion? 2199.
Yeah, 99.18.
I make a motion that we take the $2,199.18 for the electrical work at the gazebo out of the government building and maintenance fund.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Abstentions?
Fine.
We have to sign this, right?
No,
You're a yay?
yes, I am.
Okay.
Who seconded that?
Oh, they all yays?
Oh, I suppose I
Sure.
ought to sign it. Can I sign this with blue ink?
Why not? She did.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, that you can.
That I
There's
can.
nothing that
Yeah, that
Wendy,
doesn't
there's
go
nothing that
anywhere.
Wendy presents. Wendy's black.
All right, I think that's all I needed your signature on.
Okay.
So, let's see.
Thank you.
ACO, I did reach out to the one applicant that we received, explained to her that due to kind of the
Restructure.
timing and the,
Mhm.
in an email, and I offered to keep her application as part of already received.
Yep.
But I'll have to work with Emily, because I didn't put out the original ad, so I'll have to see if I can have the original ad. But she was fine with us running it again.
Okay.
I told her there was increased hours and.
And she's also okay with it staying in the mix?
She was, yeah. She
Okay.
actually got certified. She sent me a certification from the state. She just got a recent certification of something
Okay.
to do with animals. So, I don't know. The Mildred Hall, I'm waiting. I have not heard anything back after, the PLC, after the, trustees meeting. So I'm assuming we'll be reached out to at some point by PLC.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Or should we contact them?
Well, I know they were at the meeting, and I think once the approval was granted, they had work to do on their part.
Okay.
So, right now, as was mentioned earlier, we're still in progress on the chief of police. Staffing, now, we didn't put anything more on that. I know Bob was doing some research as to what towns, you would ask him to, what towns are
Yep.
the code enforcement under the fire.
Mhm.
And then I'll search the ones around us to see what the structure of their operations are and see if I can get some, job descriptions.
Okay.
But if you guys don't understand, I'm by myself till May 20th,
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
so I'm trying.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm not sitting up there doing nothing. I just haven't had a chance to breathe during the day. That's all for that. The next one on Thursday or Wednesday? Wednesday, I met Walker Roofing over at the town hall, and they put all the spires and the fencing on the stage. So that's here.
Okay.
They're anticipating the lift to be dropped off around May 1st.
Okay.
They called today for a street address so they could give it to the company that they're looking for the lift. And with that, they dropped me off a color scheme for the roof. So he'd like to get that ordered. So the only one color scheme or color, whatever that I have.
Whatever
The
matches
buildings, he was by himself, but he had somewhere else to be, so I didn't take him down to the buildings, but we can do that
Okay.
at another time. Gazebo, you know, we're on hold until June 7th or something.
Oh, sorry.
Did you guys take a look at how the area was left?
Looks good. Looks very good.
Yeah, I think it actually, leaving the two little apple trees, I think left a good, it
Yeah.
left really.
Yeah.
It makes it look nice.
I-
Well, not only that, if you think about it, coming out of the Charles and F. Leasman money,
Whatever color's
they
on
had
the
those
roof
big
now.
apple
I mean, as far
orchards,
as
so
the
I think
majority
it's
of the
very
Yeah.
fitting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want, like, you know.
Talking for the
We
bell
heard about
tower.
the security camera, we'll have to
Yeah,
try
I
to
thought we were
hopefully
talking
button that
about-
up next week. The
We'll have
RFP
some
was put
conversation.
in the paper on Friday for
The
the
roofing.
roof, and I shipped it around to you guys before I put it out there. So, the bids are due next Monday at 4 to be opened up Monday night here at the meeting.
Okay.
So, I think that's all I had there.
So they're out now?
Yeah, I had to put the ad in
Can
on
you-
Friday, or else we were gonna be into
Can
June.
we forward a thing over to Energy?
Yeah, I mean, if,
She hasn't gotten anything back, but
well,
they might be interested in doing the job.
as far as the roof,
Yeah.
well, I mean, it went out for open. That's what I'm saying. It's out in the open. It's being bid, so. But the
Yeah,
thing
it's
is-
out on the website, it's in
Yeah.
the newspaper.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you guys have to let me know what color you want, because I have to let him know.
We're working
tomorrow.
on that right now.
Okay,
What did you say?
that's all I had right for now.
Okay,
Well,
I have a
I'd
piece of correspondence, but that can be that after.
okay.
probably the black to go with the roof.
I would say whatever matches
The
the
roof is
majority
black
of the
shingles
roof.
over there.
Right.
You want it to blend in.
the
I mean, it's either
matte
gonna be that or
black.
that dark bronze. I would say one or the other,
Right.
because that's almost black.
Yeah, that's too light. I think
Yeah,
the charcoal
that-
gray's
no,
too
that's
light.
too light.
But either matte black or,
Yeah, I'd say one or the other.
I would say matte black.
That's
Whatever,
consensus.
whatever is gonna match the best over there
Yeah,
with the majority of the roofing.
I mean, the shingles are black.
Right.
This one here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He just said all I had to do was call him with the color.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So I'll do that.
Yep.
That's all I have, other than I have a letter for
Yep. Yep. Good.
correspondence.
Yep. All right. Correspondence. Why don't you kick it off?
I received a letter, you guys might have all seen the
did.
same letter
Yep.
with the Weare Athletic Club.
Yeah.
It says, "Dear Board, I'm writing to you today as a representative of the Weare Athletic Club to express our sincere appreciation for the good work of Benjamin Knapp and the Public Works Department at Purington Memorial Field Sports Complex. This field gets used by WAC baseball and soccer programs and has been in need of work for a while. Although WAC volunteers have done our best to maintain the baseball field, the recent needs were above our capabilities to perform. The current condition has restored the facility to a safe place for our children to play once again. The Weare Athletic Club wishes to maintain the good relationship we've always enjoyed with our town government and build on it as we strive to improve our facilities we currently have and look forward to building additional facilities as we continue to grow. With gratitude, Keith R. Lacasse, President, Weare Athletic Club."
Do you know what they
That's
did
very
up there?
nice.
Yeah, what had happened is in the wind, you can have that if you want. In the wind, it blew over a gazebo and it knocked the roof off.
Oh.
So they did that, but then there was also some fence that was damaged. So they fixed the fence and did all that over there. So I had received a call from a lady to send a thank you. And I think she was gonna bring some goodies, so,
Oh, that's nice.
as an appreciation, but, you know, he did that and then he came over here. I know there's been discussion about, you know, that he should be doing the roads, but his paving is out to bid with bids due on Friday, so he could come in on Monday.
Right.
And let you know who's gonna be awarded the paving. So he's kinda in limbo anyway with mud season, so. It's not that they're not doing anything, but they've always enjoyed the relationships we've had with the other departments.
Well, the other thing too, if you think about it, if he's got a half a day here or a day there that he can work it in, it saves the town a tremendous amount of money, because if you hired a company to come in
Oh,
with an excavator for the day.
Astronomical.
Right.
That job over there would have been $5,000 minimum. Minimum.
They were there a week.
More.
Yeah, been minimum.
Oh,
They'd
yeah.
have been, they'd have been there.
Yeah, and then you're gonna pay the disposal and
Right.
a little on top of disposal. It's gonna be a lot of money, so. No, and the thing is like, you know, like John and we've all said, it's mud season. You can't do anything with the road right now.
They gotta
You could
get
be out trimming, yeah, you could be trimming trees.
trim and brush and.
I'm not saying that, but, you know, I think as a whole, I think, you know,
We're really probably getting a bigger bang for our buck by.
absolutely. And we got a lot of skilled people in the highway department. And I think their skills are showing right now, so. Yeah.
Do you guys want to discuss, or look at a calendar and talk about a summer schedule like we did?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not ready to go there yet with all the projects we have going
Well, no,
on
I'm
right
just.
now.
what- I
Not
was
yet,
looking-
but we can discuss it.
I was looking ahead.
Yeah.
Because if you do what we did last year, is we start your 20th would be your Monday, you'd be here. 27th is a holiday anyway.
Mhm.
So last year, and if you go the on-off every Monday, it works out and lines up perfectly with Labor Day.
Mhm.
So, so you'd be off on the 27th and then on and then off.
Off on the 27th of,
May, because the offices are closed anyway.
On the 3rd and then off the,
Yeah, and it works out because I think there's 5 Mondays in 1 month.
right.
If you look at
Well,
it.
we can go with that schedule and play it by ear. We may have
Right.
to meet, because like I said, we got a lot of stuff on the out right now. And I think there's a lot of things that we need to continue to work on.
Ricky, did you take a look at the trees over there by the
I did, yeah, they're all dead.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to throw that out there
Yep.
to see.
Yeah,
Did you discuss that with
I did not.
Naomi?
I did not. But I think
Because
it's probably
she
best
might wanna
interest.
stick an email up to Ben or something, so
Yeah.
he can do that, because Friday the library's closed.
Right, so I think it'd probably be, again, and share as well, we think it'd probably be best interest to remove them dead trees
Oh,
over by
yeah.
the tennis court.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if
Friday.
we should just, because I think once you thin them out, take all the dead stuff out, and you leave 1 tree here and 2 trees there and 3 on the end,
I'd take them, bro.
I'd take
Take
them
'em
all out.
I'd take them
because I
all
think-
about 2 inches off the ground.
Yeah,
Get rid of them all.
Yeah,
and
and
then,
just, yeah, and I would just have him work with Mike with the, with the library schedule.
yeah.
As long, I mean, it's a Friday,
I
obviously,
believe
but,
Friday they're not there at all.
but I'd still let him know,
Yeah,
you know. Yep,
so Naomi, you're gonna do that?
Get a hold of him and take all the dead trees by the tennis courts.
Yeah.
Take them all. Just
All
take
the dead
of those
trees.
Yeah,
poplar
take
trees.
all,
All
because
the
if you leave
trees.
1 or 2 here,
All
the
the
wind's gonna
trees, period.
catch them
Take 'em
and
off
break them
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
And
only
the tree
poplar
behind-
trees,
the
they're
trees
softwood.
that He was showing behind them, Town Hall, and the tree down by the barn on East Street. There was one small tree down there that
Okay.
the branches are all up against the
building.
roof rubbing,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
There's 1 tree at the barn.
One tree in front, it's the only tree there. And it's right up against the building rubbing the roof.
okay. Cool.
I'm all set.
Okay, any other correspondence? We did receive another email from Riverdale
You didn't share
in
it.
the off time.
You didn't share it.
I thought I forwarded it. I guess I did. I guess I didn't. I got another email regarding.
We got the
Traffic.
one in the dark.
Yeah.
We got the 1 truck at 6:45.
Okay, I guess I
Oh,
didn't
wait a
then.
minute, yeah, yeah. There was
All
we
right,
had
so I
the
did.
truck.
So it's just
There
the two
was a
then.
second
It was
one.
the two. It's just the two.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was a 3rd one.
No, not a third one. Just the two. I'm like, I thought I shared that with you.
Truck?
Yeah, you
Yeah, you
did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know, I mean, I think,
I think it's just.
at night, you can't determine what or who that
Well,
was.
that's
other
just
than a
it.
fast speeding car that went after it.
Right.
Because all you see is headlights. I can't
Right.
make out.
No, I can't. I
It
can make
almost
anything
looks
out.
like a log truck. It almost looks like, I don't know.
That's the second truck you're talking about?
That's the one in the dark.
The dark.
At 4:30 in the morning.
4:30 in the morning. Right.
Oh,
Right. So, I don't know.
And then the other one, I don't know who it was, whether he took a wrong turn and.
I don't know
decided-
either. That's just it. Yeah.
But if,
that one you could see the name on the side of
Yeah.
it.
yeah, but
Trailer.
he pulled off to the side, whether he was lost or what he was ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they have the right to pull off.
Right.
Yeah.
I just
Out of the
don't
way
know
of
who it
traffic.
is.
Right. And the thing
And
is,
if you
is
go down there, there's a pull-off there, and I don't know who made it.
yeah.
Well, it's
There's
just, I
a,
think
there's
they
a
valid-
grassed-in area that you can pull off
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah. I mean,
So there wasn't anything beyond
no,
those two?
nothing beyond that. No. Yeah, I'd like to see afterwards.
correspondence.
All set with correspondence?
We don't need anything other, we're in a holding pattern on the other one. Friday nights,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we don't need to meet.
Yeah.
No.
No. All right. So I move to go non-public under RSA 91A3 on Rule 2C. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We'll be adjourning afterwards. Have a wonderful night. This is being recorded because I believe Comcast is down.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.